Dynamite. Let's go solo. Hey guys, how you doing? My name's Heero, and I am tired. I am tired. I am tired not because I don't have the will to go on anymore, or because I feel defeated, overwhelmed. I'm tired because I'm taking something that is seriously, and people keep dying because they don't. And when I choose to have a conversation with somebody, I give them the benefit of the doubt. I consider that they are reputable, honorable, meaningful, logical, respectful, and dare I say intentional in their actions in a positive way. But in the rare occasion where I try and talk to someone in a positive light and I get negative back, it baffles me on what to do next. Because if I want to have a serious conversation with you about the election, right, and stop the steal, and your response to me is I did my own research, and then I ask you about that research, and it says www.facebook.com, I'm going to fight you. And because me fighting you might lend me to suffer consequences of legal repercussions, I got to find a better way of dealing with this stress, right? So enter Jordan Kepler. Jordan Kepler is an amazing individual. He works for The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. Great series, great person. Trevor Noah being from South Africa, brother man from the South Side, West Side connection. But there are these situations where he has the ability to go out and talk to some of these people. I'm going to just play a few segments for you, just 2 segments from here. But I just want you to know from this day forth, I am no longer taking conversations seriously about subjects that have been disproven or are no longer relevant to the psyche of me. This is how I'll be treating people. Because there's no way in hell I'm going to let these people get away from it. And I'm going to start filming this shit.
You know, hey, what better place to announce the candidacy than here in Hawkeye State?
Are we ready for this? I mean, the last guy hasn't even conceded yet.
Well, I mean, I have some choice words for especially our vice president, but I'm trying to be civil today, so.
If we're still talking about the election, this is from October 18, 2021. So this is yesterday. There are people still out there mad about the election. Like, not mad that they lost. They haven't even acknowledged they lost. They're mad that this election got stolen. These are the people that empathize with the people, the terrorists from January 6th. If I put on Twitter, Allahu Akbar, Osama was right, FBI would be at my door by the end of the day. This stream was shut down immediately. I'm surprised it's still up right now. But this dude, this Mr. Potato Head dressed in an American flag, can make veiled threats about the current sitting vice president and president and get away with it. I don't want to know. I don't want problems, always.
I really hope he gets to the topic of the border crisis.
That's one of the bigger things right now because that's completely being brushed under the rug.
And you're from Iowa?
I'm from Iowa, yeah.
So you worry about people coming from Minnesota?
And do you see how quickly their arguments fall apart? And it's not that I can't debate these people. It's just that when the argument falls apart that quickly, it makes you wonder, did they have a reason to be angry in the first place? Was all this fighting and all this bullshit for anything when your argument falls apart that quickly?
I mean, obviously this administration is doing all it can to pit each other against each other.
Yeah, every way, shape, and form, they've been trying to divide it.
Yeah, it's like this administration is giving the middle finger to half the country.
The whole country, if you ask me.
And that's
the
just
whole damn country.
That's just wrong.
Yeah.
It's absolutely wrong.
We shouldn't be giving the middle finger to half the country.
Right.
We should be loving one another and working together.
We should be working together.
Right.
It doesn't matter what your opinions are, we can still be civil to each other.
Exactly.
And still be this great country that we are supposed to be, or we were at one point.
Do you see how this guy is slowly starting to realize he's the butt of the joke, but his brain cell dead ass wife isn't?
Yeah, doing this is childish.
Yes.
I've had people stop talking to me for.
I would stop talking to you because you're wearing a tutu. Just because of everything that's going on in that picture. But it's not hard to believe that these people are mindless, self-indulgent idiots, right? Like this isn't a hard to size like thing, right? These aren't the best and brightest our country has to offer, right? We're all aware of that. So why would I give my energy to these people? I'm going to start trolling these people because logic won't work. So I at least might as well be able to make a profit off of them, right? But this is just one aspect of it. Let's look at another aspect of it, shall we?
Excuse me, are you vaccinated? You know what I have to say to that? Fuck you! I am absolutely disgusted with what's going on.
If your lips look like this, you're not allowed to raise your voice. If your lips look like this, you're not allowed to use any word that starts with N and I. The first two letters, N and I. If your lips look like this, you should have to legally check in with your lawyer before you say whatever you gotta say. The stress that I immediately got the moment she popped on the screen. This is a different group of people right here. These are the anti-mask, anti-vaxxers who cross parallel with Trump because there is literally a map that shows that people who voted for Trump are also the same people who are dying from COVID. So there's a reference for this. It's not something I'm pulling out my ass, but let's hear it.
Absolutely disgusted with what's going on here in Los Angeles. We need to take these guys out. They are all indoctrinated.
Also, please floss, because there's a lot of plaque buildup on those teeth.
With this Chinese communist.
That's plaque, people. This is
fascist.
This is why you have to floss. All of this. She got lipstick on her teeth. She's just out here hurting bad. Like, this is the front of your mouth. She got a nice mustache too, but it's blonde, so you can't really see it. But this is somebody's mama, grandmother. And this is why, like, when people ask, when your boomer ass parents ask why you don't come home, tell them it's because they don't floss.
Narrative, and you know what? We're not gonna have it.
Absolutely not. No. Fuck that.
We need to kill their cash flow, and that's gonna kill them. Actually, I would like to see them publicly hanging in the town square.
Breaking news.
And this is a great YouTube page. This is Channel 5 with Andrew Collins. He's a great producer. He goes out into the public and talks to these people. He has a unique ability to, I guess, handle this. But like, he meets some very interesting people. And let's talk a little bit more about some more interesting people that he met.
They take a baby, they torture it, they put it in this bowl, right? And they drain the blood, and then someone starts drinking it, and they get the crazy high off it, probably. You know, they're drinking blood from children. What's this little Nas guy? He's blowing the devil, banging the devil. I mean, like, problem is that we need to prove it. That's the problem. I'm not there yet. It's just people are going to uprise, and I think a war could be coming. Right now, it's an information, spiritual war, but I think it's going to be a physical war someday.
Yeah. And who do you think the two sides are going to be?
Patriots versus the libtards, or the unvaccinated versus the vaccinated.
Listen to me. Even Hillary Clinton said on national TV, somebody's going to hit, and we're going to break that big glass in the sky. I said, huh?
I know we have still not shattered that highest and hardest glass ceiling, but someday someone will, and hopefully sooner than we might think right now.
This is just on national TV. We're in the fucking dome. Yes, this fucking shit is flat. Because they trying to break the ice wall that's on the out layer that's keeping us inside.
You think the Earth is flat?
Do I think I know? You should go read Genesis. Anyway.
Say that. And this is also what happens if you don't say anything. Because if they're, and these groups, they all, it's like these big circles. They all intersect at different things, whether it's religion, politics, vaccine, libertarian rights. And it's just like they all intersect. And this dude said, check your research. His research was Genesis. Genesis has never been peer reviewed. In fact, he's never read an original copy of Genesis in its native tongue. He hasn't even peer reviewed his own stuff. It's crazy. And they all have this glint in their eyes. I don't know how to explain it, but they all got this one look in their eye. But this is the last segment. I just wanted to show you guys what happens when you actually let these people talk long enough. Just listen because if you listen to a mad person long enough, you will either go mad or you will realize the difference between a mad and a sane person.
Why aren't you down here? Why aren't you covering us? You're not going to cover us because you support the tyranny.
What's up?
And the tyranny.
What's up?
Hey, man, what's going on?
What's on your mind?
Not much.
For sure. How do you feel about CNN?
Not a big fan.
What media do you trust?
I trust independent thinkers. I trust critical thinkers. I trust Blaze Media, The Daily Wire.
What about Channel 5? What about Channel 5?
Channel 5 what?
These nuts. Ha, got him.
Are you Welvin the Great?
Hell yeah.
How you been doing, Welvin?
Oh, I've been good. I've been solid.
How do you feel about COVID?
Oh, I don't got that.
Did you take the vaccine?
Took the vaccine, so.
Okay. Melvin the Great has acknowledged that he took the vaccine. And here is this abomination. If this dude...
I like it, though. It's cool.
So fuck you, LA City Council. Go fuck yourselves. That's how all of us...
If this man is making better decisions than this person, you can't tell me that... These are the same people that say they're the superior race. Melvin's great.
Ooh, you watching Channel 5? You watching Channel 5?
This is a great segment. I'm also gonna put their stuff in the chat because, hey, and it'll be in the description of the video too. Go check them out. They're hilarious. Some of their videos are just unstoppable. Let's have a serious conversation, shall we? About some misconceptions. Forever, and this is something you have to acknowledge. Science is factual, and science is always changing. The best thing about science is that new information can change the perspective of information, right? As a scientist, that's something that you innately just have to understand. New information will change your perspective on old information. And if you can't acknowledge that, then you're not really a scientist. You're not really a scientist in the sense that you think you are, at least. Because, once again, science is forever changing. It's fluid. It has to be. It literally has to be fluid. So here are some big myths. And one of the myths that I've been hearing about the longest is, and this is, once again, this is all here, is the COVID-19 vaccine causes variants. That's clearly a no. Let's go down some more. Are all events reported to the Vaccine Adverse Events Reporting System, which is VAERS, caused by vaccination? That is also no. Is the mRNA vaccine considered a vaccine? Yes, it is. Do COVID-19 vaccines contain microchips? No. Can you receive a COVID-19 vaccine can receiving a COVID-19 cause you to get magnetism? This was like early on stuff. So this is all like early on stuff. Do any of the COVID vaccines authorized for use in the United States shed or release any other components? This is a major talking point. And this is considered to be the major talking point of that Florida story that we did a few days ago. And even other people is crazy. Because once again, I asked this question. in order for a vaccine to shed, it needs to be a dead one. Since this is an mRNA vaccine, there is no dead cell. So people who have the shot cannot spread COVID unless they have COVID. And those are two different things, because then this is the second point. Is it better to get COVID or get the vaccine? Well, one, you should never want to subjugate yourself to COVID in order to get the antibodies, especially when there's a free, harmless vaccine. Well, what about the people who are suffering from myocarditis and pericarditis? You're definitely going to get those things if you get COVID, but your chances of getting it is 0.000016 if you don't have COVID. So if you get the vaccine, there's a less than 0.5% that you'll get it, but you're willing to definitely get it and have long hauler issues for 3 months just to get antibodies. Anyone who says getting antibodies is better than getting COVID hasn't had COVID. Oh, I'm sorry, they've hardly had it, but haven't died from it. Because that is, why would you put yourself closer to the risk? And as is to date, no one has died from COVID vaccine. 300 plus people, probably 350? I'd give it a long number, but last I checked it was 301. But that was like a week ago. I'll say 350 have had COVID. And by comparison, 700,000 people without the vaccine have died from it. What team do you really want to be on? This isn't a debate. But this is something I have to continue to address in order to keep my people safe, right? Because misinformation runs rampant. But I'm going to start treating these goofies like they really are. And this goes for anybody and everybody in my life. Personal, professional, anything. If you're giving me some goofy shit, because I know at this point it's undeniable, it's unrefutable, I'm going to just start treating you like a goofy. And if you feel some type of way about it, I mean, that's just how you're going to have to feel about it. But until you can prove me wrong, you're just going to be a goofy. And maybe I should take that approach, maybe I should. But 700,000 people are dead. Go fuck yourself. Hey, but for everything else, right? Let's talk about it. Let's get to shit. Clap it up.
Damn.
Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of this segment. I appreciate you guys being with us.
We can catch the vibes, but it's so hard to find through the daily grind. We're working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line, and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it